Good afternoon, enthusiasts, and welcome to episode 2 of If I Owned. Last episode, we talked about Michigan's adventure and what I would add to that park for 5 years if I was in charge. Now, it's time to go a step up to Valleyfair, which is my home park, by the way. And I gotta say, I have so many great ideas for this park. But before we get into that, if you are brand new to this video series called If I Owned, welcome. In this video series, I look at all the Cedar Fair parks individually, and I share what I would personally do if I owned these parks for 5 years. I do have 3 rules about this though, and the first one is I have to invest at least some sort of money into every park each and every year. And number 2 is that it has to be in the realm of reality somewhat, and number 3, these are not predictions. They're simply what I would do to these parks if I owned them for 5 years. And before you ask, no, I'm not going to give this park a B&M Giga. So without further ado, let's get to the first year of Valleyfair when I'm in charge. Yeah, it's going to be a new roller coaster. I mean, come on. It's been like, what, 15 plus years since Renegade? Which is crazy to think about. So, yeah, in my opinion, Valleyfair needs a new coaster ASAP, especially one with inversions, because 40 plus years ago, Corkscrew opened at Valleyfair in 1980, and to this day, it is still the only coaster in the park to have inversions, which is absurd. So, what kind of coaster will this new roller coaster be? Well, it's going to be a B&M invert. Okay, I get it. This one might be a little bit spendy, but considering that Valleyfair has gone 15 years without a new roller coaster, I think I can splurge a little bit here. This B&M invert will not be the tallest or fastest of its kind. It's basically going to be a diet version of Banshee. This roller coaster will be 150 feet tall and feature 5 inversions: a vertical loop, a 0G roll, a pretzel loop, and an inline twist, or whatever this thing's called. And it will also feature some forceful turns and helixes. This roller coaster will go right in front of the park where the old Dinosaurs Alive section was. And now for the name. I'm going to call this roller coaster Polaris. Why? Well, because Cedar Fair has already trademarked this name. Apparently, during Orion's development, they trademarked the names Polaris and Orion. So I'm going to use the name Polaris on this roller coaster because I think it makes perfect sense. Polaris means North Star, and Minnesota is a North Star state. So yeah, it's perfect. As for the color scheme, I'm going to give this roller coaster navy blue track with white supports. So yeah, there you have it. That's Valleyfair's new roller coaster. But that's not all I'm doing this season. I'm also going to remove Delirious. Why? Because I hate this thing. I have no idea why Valleyfair even got this in the first place, because it sucks. This is the kind of ride you can find at a carnival you paid $5 to get into. So goodbye Delirious, no one's gonna miss you. Okay, so the year prior to this, I gave this park a new roller coaster, so there's not much going on this year. I am going to partially retrack Renegade though. There's a section of track after the first drop that gets a little rough, so I'm going to retrack that, just smooth it all out, and maybe retrack some other sections that need it too. And yeah, I might repaint Wild Thing and plant some flowers. Yeah, moving on. It's going to be a water park expansion. Yay. I gave Michigan's Adventure a mat racer, so I'm going to give Valleyfair a mat racer as well. It's not going to be a huge mat racer, of course, because I'm still trying to figure out where I'm going to put this thing, because Valleyfair's water park is extremely landlocked. So I can probably squeeze it in there. Maybe it'll like interact with the other slides, I don't know. But yeah, it's going to be a mat racer, and it's going to open in 2025. I just realized that Valleyfair's last water park expansion was in 2015, so I think this came at a good time. "2026 will be a new flat ride, and it's going to be Looping Starship's replacement. This new ride is going to be a Zamperla Discovery Revolution. I think this is the perfect spiritual successor to Looping Starship. And obviously, it's going to go in the old Looping Starship plot of land, and it's going to be named Looping Lasso. This kind of ride will be perfect for Valleyfair. It almost makes too much sense to me. I mean, think about it. It loops you around like Looping Starship did, but it also spins like a frisbee, which I think looks pretty cool. Also, just imagine how good this ride will look at night. And having a good flat ride near Renegade is my dream. So yeah, Looping Lasso is coming in 2026. "2027 will be focused on the families. I'm going to revamp Planet Snoopy and turn it into Camp Snoopy. Why? Well, after seeing both Planet Snoopy and Camp Snoopy at different Cedar Fair parks, I definitely like Camp Snoopy a lot better. I also think it'll look pretty cool because it will pay homage to the now defunct Knott's Camp Snoopy at Mall of America. So yeah, I'm basically going to remodel the entire Planet Snoopy and turn it into Camp Snoopy. It's going to have wooded architecture, some more landscaping, make it look really nice. Also, this is a strange idea, but I was thinking of replacing Cosmic Coaster with an SBF Visa and calling it Timberland Twister. I have no idea why, I just felt like it. It'll be a spinning coaster, so it'll be a step up from your typical kiddie coaster, so there's that. But anyway, that's all that's happening in 2027. A revamp of Planet Snoopy to Camp Snoopy, and possibly the SBF Visa idea. If you guys want that, I don't really care. And that will conclude my 5-year reign of terror over Valleyfair. I do believe I made this park better than it is right now simply by adding a new roller coaster and removing Delirious, but what do you guys think? Did I do a good job during my 5 years? And is there anything you would do differently if you own this park? Be sure to comment down below, and if you like this video, then please give it a good old thumbs up. And if you're brand new around here, then I would strongly encourage you to hit subscribe. You don't have to though, it's totally up to you. But with that said, take it easy, and I'll see you next time on North Star Coasters.